let's look at how the principles of design actually works. So the first one we're going to look at is balance. Now I have two different designs here. We have this one and then this one. So now balance to have a sense of stability, and if you agree with me, between this design and this design, it's obvious that this one has more stability and balance than this one. And you might ask why. Do you see how the elements are scattered everywhere? The text, everything is just anyhow. But you see how balanced this is? The photo is balanced, it's placed appropriately. The elements, you see that there's a balance right here with the elements and everything. So please do not do your design like this does not look balanced. The second principle of design is construct. As you can see, this particular design follows that principles, where you see the background and the text color complement each other. But if you look at this one, this graphic design, you can barely even see it. I'm sure you did not even notice it until I selected it. You can barely even see that was something there, and everything is just disorganized. Imagine changing the color of this one to let me say brown. Do you see how it's just chaotic in the eyes? There's no balance, there's no alignment. Even if the frame is here, it's still not, the construct is still not working out. So it's best to always have background that balance for each other. If the color of this background was white, probably the text would have made more sense, but it's this color, so there is no construct. You always want to make sure that your texts are clearer and the element colors are placed in such a way that they complement each other and not overshadow so much of each other. The next principle of design is hierarchy. So how will we explain hierarchy here? You can see that these two texts up here, elements of graphic design, the size, their font size is bigger than this subtext. So this is a heading and a subtext, and this font size here is bigger than this one, which is the phone number, and it's also bigger than the email address, but the email address and the phone number are the same size. So it gives hierarchy, like this one comes first, this is second. But this design does not depict that. There's no hierarchy, nothing. Like, I just want to show you as much as I can how to actually make sure that your design is following the principles of design. Notice that in this design, graphic design is an emphasis. So we have elements of graphic design. If you notice, the element of is not as bold as graphic design, and if you can look at the subtext here, it's smaller and the font is not as pronounced as the graphic design. So we're trying to give emphasis on this particular text. So there are different ways you can give emphasis. It can be on the image, it can be on the text, whatever it is that you want to do. Just make sure that it's also balanced, there's construct, and then you follow the hierarchy rule. Alignment is another principle of design that many people find it difficult to follow. So the best way for you to follow alignment is to have your margin on. When you have your margin on, it guides you. Your margin guides you on how to place your design appropriately. If you zoom now, you see that because of this margin, it helped me guide the logo, the text, and everything is just aligned to the left. So it's not a cast in stone rule that every design must align to the left, but any way is going to be aligning to, if it's going to be aligning to the right, if it's going to be aligning to the center, it's best to have everything aligned appropriately, so that way the design looks more appealing and not scattered. Like, for example, look at this design. If we put this one here, we put this one here, we put this one here, it's just chaotic. So make sure that even if you forget other principles of design, don't forget these ones that we learned whenever you're designing. Make sure that it's aligned where even you see the frame is the way it's aligned. Do you see? It's aligned this way. You can choose to make it bigger. Any way you choose to make it is okay, but make sure that it's not just about the alignment. Remember the principles. the alignment, the emphasis, the hierarchy, the construct, the balance, everything together. They work together to form one design. So always have that in mind. Go ahead and see other designs and see how, go ahead and look at professional designs and see how they use all these principles of design to design their flyers, their presentation, and what have you. As a beginner, best bet for you is to use margins. Margins should be your friend when you're creating your design. Great to see you in the next lesson.